What's up, guys? So this is my Crosman A4-P. It is a full auto BB gun or rifle. Uh, I bought mine for like 110 bucks or something. It just came with the A4-P itself, one magazine, a red dot sight. This is not the one it came with, but it came with a red dot sight, and that was pretty much it. This is a eBay light laser combo. I have a couple of these. They're like 30 bucks or 20 bucks or something. And then this was also from eBay. It was like $20. I've had those for a long time. What I wanted to do today was put a stock on my buffer tube. So a guy made a video a while back. And I haven't tried doing it yet, but I have free time today, so I'm going to do it, or hopefully do it. So to put a butt stock on here, this was from my Tippmann A5. I think it's called mil spec buffer tube. That's what you need. That it fits the same contour. This was from my A5, the original butt stock on my A5, where my Tippmann A5 paintball gun, where it attaches to the back, it ended up snapping. So I've been trying to fix that, but I can't get it to work to fix correctly. It keeps breaking. So I pulled my adjustable stock off of that buffer tube. I was gonna get it, but it's upstairs. The rest of this. So there was like a extra piece of plastic in here, and then like some other stuff. But basically, this is empty now, and this is going to hopefully fit onto here. But I have to take this off. So to do that, take your magazine out, flip this over. You're gonna have to. You don't have to remove the upper from the lower, but you do have to let it swivel off. So right here, there's a pin above your selector switch. You can push it in. The first time you do it, it's kind of tight, so you might want to use like an Allen wrench or something. But I've opened this a couple times just for normal maintenance. So I push that pin on the backside and it pops out right here. And then you can get into your lower receiver. So this now can lift off because that pin is not blocking that root anymore. And my light's on, so turn off my light. So you have to push that pin down right here. There's a silver pin right here, and that'll release the spring tension and stuff. You can't remove this thing completely because then your BB rifle won't cycle, because this is where the spring is housed, spring and hammer and stuff. So if you remove that, your BB rifle is not going to function correctly. So push that pin down, and it should allow the spring and hammer to come out. So I'm going to fiddle around with this. I'll be right back. All right, I got it out. So I just had to keep on pushing at this pin and kind of slowly getting this out. So there's going to be a couple pieces in here. You do want to put it back together the correct way. So take this big spring out, and there's a smaller spring inside, and there's also a another piece of metal inside this cap. So I'm just slowly pulling all this stuff out, and it's just gonna take me a second. All right, pretty much all out. So you want this smaller spring to line up with this piece of metal in here, this piece. And when we reassemble it, so this will go in here. It kind of forms like the cap front part, and then the spring, it just kind of rests on top of that contoured edge. And we're gonna put this back into the marker, or into this BB rifle. And I believe something else. There's like a pin in here. All right, so you just leave that in there. That's what's supporting the spring, keeping it from binding. So you leave that in there, and you got to remove 2 pins from this buffer tube. I don't have a hole punch that fits this perfectly, so hopefully I can take this out without screwing anything up. But there's a pin right here, and there's a pin right here. So I'm gonna try to pop this first one out or this one, whichever one's easiest. And this might take me a second, but eventually I'll get it out of here. So I'll be right back really quick. I don't think it matters which side. It might, but I'll check right now. Mine will be the guinea pig, so. I'm gonna check that pin to see if there's a knurled end or flat. All right, so I took it out the right way. This is facing to the left. The front of the barrel is facing to the left. On mine, at least, that's the way it was inserted, and you can see that that edge is kind of like a bird. Or maybe it's flat. All right, let me push this through the other way and see what happens. All right, yeah, I'm incorrect. So you want to face it to the right, barrel facing to the right, and then pop that this pin out. This pin, this is the side I was hitting, and this is the side that was on the bottom. See how it has that those little like knurled, that bird end or knurled end? I don't know what they call it. Those little spikes or like those flutes on the end. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna need that anymore because I'm gonna put this other stock on there, but I just put that part over there. And now I have to take out this pin, which is kind of like a hollow circle. I don't have anything that fits this perfectly, so I'm just going to use like a nail, and hopefully it doesn't screw anything up. I'm ranchy out here, so I just use whatever I can. I probably have a correct punch somewhere. I just don't know where it is. So I'll be doing this for a second. Right, guys, this was not the correct way to do this, but it's working so far. This is a 7/64 like hex key sort of thing, like a screwdriver bit. I'm gonna grab my Allen keys and just pop that through. Maybe I'll use this nail if it might work. I don't know. So yeah, 7/64 could work. I'm probably just gonna grab some pliers and pull the this other end of the pin that I'm knocking. So I'll be right back. All right, so I got a 1/8 Allen key. I'm just gently tapping this. I have a watch kit, and this is a like a nylon bumper side of this little hammer. So yeah, that was a 1/8 Allen wrench. You would probably want to use like a 1/8 punch. But this came out fine. There's no damage or anything as far as I can tell. That one doesn't matter which way you pull it out. So I'm gonna reopen this. I closed it because I didn't want my these little parts inside, that shiny thing right here. I didn't want the hammer and bolt striker and stuff to go flying everywhere. So I'm pretty sure I can just remove this now. If I understood that guy correctly. Yeah, it's separating. So that is off now. I may have been able just to take off this back tube. But yeah, I've never done this before. The guy that made the video, it was a few years back, and he didn't have like a step-by-step how to do this. He just said, "Oh, knock this out, knock this out." So this tube is coming off. It's just a little bit hard. So now the tube's off. I will probably paint this in the future. I got to clean it off and make it I probably at least want to paint this part. But yeah, if you paint metal, you have to, polish and clean whatever you're painting, or the paint won't stick that well. So here's my Tittman A5 stock mil-spec buffer tube is what this shape is. That's what this shape is. So this has little rungs or whatever, 6 positions, and that's where that little screw goes in there. So I'm gonna have to take this out to be able to push it in there, or maybe I can just get it in there, see what happens. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull this. So there's probably a different way to do this. This is just what I'm doing because that's what I know. So I'm using pliers to pull this, and then I'm gonna be pushing this down because I have to make that little screw clear this step right here. So there might be a different way to do this, but this is what I'm doing. So I'm pulling this, there it goes. So now it's in there, and yeah, like I said, I just have to paint this now, or I could just leave it. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not gonna take this out and be like, oh hey guys, look at my fake rifle. So I don't need this anymore. I'll probably hold on to it, you know, just to keep the part. This is the pin. I'm putting it in with that knurled end facing downward. Doesn't matter. You could just put the pin in like a Ziploc bag or something, but you do need this one, which is the one I took out from there, so that you can reassemble this. So I'm going to push this back into the marker. I got a cool little stock on my A4-P, and yeah, I'm just going to push this back through, and that'll pretty much be the end of this video. Alright guys, so facing to the left, I'm just putting this back in. It doesn't matter, but I'm just putting it back in the way it was. So I'm just gently tapping that in. If I had a heavier hammer, obviously it would move this faster, but I got free time, so it doesn't matter to me. So that looks pretty good. Sticking out a little bit, but I can live with that. I'll probably just push it a little bit more with this 1/8 inch Allen key. And like I said, if you have a punch, it'd be much better and probably smarter to use a actual punch instead of an Allen key, but this is what I got, so it's what I'm using. And it's pretty much good. Just gonna check the other side. Looks fine to me. I can mess with it later if it ends up being an issue, but it's probably fine. So I'm gonna pop this pin back out, pull this other pin, you know, the other side, so I can open this now. And then I'm gonna put that spring and stuff back. And now I have a stock on my A4-P, and I can more easily ready it and have it resting against my shoulder. So that was that. And I'm going to put this back, and you just want to line this smaller spring up with that tube, or that spike sticking out the bottom, and just push this all back in. Doesn't matter which way it's aligned, as long as you get your spring in there and it's lined up with that middle little like guide. And then you can just push all this back in. Maybe get like a screwdriver flathead and push that pin down, and then you should be good to go. This spring is hardly used. I don't use this that often, so it's greased up and stuff, basically, is what I'm getting at. Oops, there goes everything. So yeah, I'm just going to struggle with this for a second. I'll be right back. All right, so there is on this exterior cap, there's a little slotted part for that pin. So I was trying for just a little bit to get this in there, and it wasn't going. So you got to make sure that that bottom part is lined up with that pin, this little notched part that's down here. You can see that notch on right here where my finger is. You got to line that up with the pin so that the pin can get in there and lock it in place, because there is like a flattened side sort of on the back end. So I'm just trying to see that without making everything fall out of the front. There is a way to remove the upper, but I just don't want to. I'm just being lazy, basically. So yeah, I'm just going to struggle with this for a second, and you can either fast forward, but I think I almost got it going back in there. So I'll be right back. All right, I was just kind of struggling with this for a couple minutes, and I think the inside collar wasn't lining up with that tube that spike, that spring guide. So now it's all good. And yeah, I was kind of moving it around and getting that spring in there. I'm not sure how critical it is to line up that little notch part that I was talking about, right there. Might not be critical at all to do that. I'll see when I start using this. But yeah, that's how you get a buffer tube on your A4-P. I don't know why this would need to be lined up. Oh well, so it's on there. And then I'm just gonna put the pin back down, put my hammer, striker hammer back in here. That's what fell out. So that's some of the insides. And I think it goes this way. Yeah, pretty sure it goes that way. So put that back, put the pin in, check that it charges. All right, maybe I have to change that position of the hammer. All right, yeah, so I put that in the wrong way. It goes in like that with the flat side. Show you right here. So this flat side faces downward and this faces up, and that's why it wasn't charging. So now it's incorrectly. You can see it's all like lined up right here. So yeah, I'm gonna put this back and then it should charge because I just got it to charge and stuff. Like it should rack. So yep. So now the A4-P has a stock on it and it's ready to roll. So I want to put this in my parts bag, and yeah, if you guys have any comments or questions or whatever, just let me know. I do like playing with BB guns and pellet rifle, and I don't have any pellet stuff, but I like messing with BB guns mostly. And this thing's pretty cool, so yeah, just let me know if you have any questions, and I might have to look at this one more time because there we go. Yeah, I'm still figuring this out. A second. But yeah, if you guys have questions or whatever, let me know. I don't know everything about this marker, but I know enough. So yeah, we're going. It's going now. I think the magazine is making that get caught up or something, but it's functioning. And yeah, I'll probably take this out in a couple days and use it, or even just right now because I have free time. So this is the A4-P with a stock. And yeah, obviously I gotta paint this or just not care, wrap it in electrical tape or something. I don't think electrical tape work because it might obstruct this path. But yeah, that's how you do it. And thanks for checking it out, and I'll see you guys next time.